Hi beautiful souls, this is Archana of Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming you all to my channel with all my love and all my heart. Thank you so much for all of you who have been subscribing, commenting, and really sharing your love, energy, and vibration with me. I truly, truly do appreciate it. So I always take that moment anytime I'm trying to come in front of the camera and speak to all of you, is to really give my heartfelt appreciation, because it truly is. And if you're subscribing and you're a new subscriber and you're coming to my channel for the first time, I welcome you. So one of the things that I do on my channel is to bring some videos on number sequences that I have seen, repeating numbers that I have seen in my life. And I'm doing this video, the title for today, a little bit later, and I've done the other ones first, because this one I feel has such a strong implication, a meaning, that I wasn't ready. I didn't feel I was ready. And I wasn't going to read something online and just come in front of the camera and talk, because that's what I don't do in my videos. I generally add a personal experience on how I have seen this number really, or the sequence, manifest in my life. And perhaps through that storyline, it sheds some more light and some healing energy that comes towards you. That's always the intention with all my videos. So with that, I want to begin on what I'm going to talk about in this one. I really want to share on what this beautiful, magnetic, and supercharged number comes in our lives. And you're here because you see it. You see it. You've been seeing it. And you're trying to understand and gain more understanding on what does it really mean? What am I supposed to do with it? What's really happening? So I'm talking about, ta-da, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. I said it 4 times, right? Yeah. So 4 ones. It's huge. It's something that really catches your attention. Now the 1111, I'll give you a quick story. Won't take too much time on that. 1111 really popped up in my life for the first time 5 years ago in 2015. And I was in the middle of this project. We were doing like a big fundraiser for this parent group, and I was the president of that. And it was something huge. There was chaos. It was not done before. Something really big and untried. And I was in the middle. I was in my element, just charged trying to do my work. And then I'm making my tea at night, and it was night. It was a night out. And I'm like heating up my tea, and I open my microwave and I look at the time, and it is 11:11. And I'm like, nice, cool. And I go about my days, and fast forward the next day, I'm not looking at timestamps on when I'm emailing. Again, night out. I was working, and I sent some email, and 11:11. 11:11. Now, during that January to the fundraiser was in March, I remember the frequency of the 11:11 was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing, as if like if I just open, I mean seriously, I'm trying not to look at how many times you can have 11:11. So I was thinking, okay, morning and night. Logic mind. I was like thinking from a very small place, like, okay, I'll see the clock only 2 times a day. Let me see if the morning will pop up. That was not it. It started at co-op. I'm going to the grocery store, $11.11. It was crazy. Things would just be all around. And I'm sure for many of you, those who are here, trying to understand what I'm going to say in this video, it's been something of a similar phenomenon, that it just kind of catches your attention, and it seems to be following you. And as a human and as a curious being, we have a tendency, and we want to know a little bit more on what's really unfolding and what is it that's really happening. At that time I was super busy, because I was busy with the fundraiser, and my head was in there, so I couldn't really think of what is this happening. It was just like a cool experience, and I shared that in one of my courses that I had enrolled in during that time. When I quit my corporate, I was enrolled in an interesting course which was called unlock your quantum powers, right? Because of the title, right? There's a title and because of what it was bringing forth. And it was very much in realm and resonance with my likes of understanding the universe from many different perspectives and not just one perspective. So as I look back, why I'm bringing that part is because I remembered what I'm going to talk about now. I remember now on what I was feeling. I was feeling so, I want to start with why I'm highlighting when I saw it as I was supercharged. Like I was in my element, Archana's element. This is it. Strategy, making some things, getting out of chaos, putting my mind, putting my energy, putting my enthusiasm to create something. We were creating something really big at that time. It required a lot of moving parts to come together. And I love that. It just is me. And with that, I was just very excited. So I started to pay attention to the 1111. Okay, let us see what that means now. Was pretty much after the fundraiser. And the first things were Code of Awakening. Awaken to your destiny. Awaken to your destiny. 1111 is the Code of Awakening. What does that mean, Archana? When you're beginning to see 1111s, be sure that there is tremendous creative powers, creative energies that are being downloaded on you. Oh, I didn't do my visual here. This is 11 and there's another 11 here. So just like that pillar, the creative energies start pouring in. They start pouring in. So there is a tremendous downpour of creative energies that are coming in from the spiritual realm. That's one. The purpose, many. But one key purpose. I started with the word Code of Awakening. 1111. Awakening to your destiny. Awakening to what you've come here to do. Human, here, on earth, there was a divine plan. There was a divine plan, your plan, of what you had wanted to do, or what you were going to be doing in this life, here. When we took birth on this third dimensional plane, but we've come from a spiritual realm, moving about life, gaining life experience through our circumstances, through where we are born, through our religious belief systems, educational background, economic background, cultural background, racial background, different areas. We have been gathering information. And through that, many times, we move really far away from who we truly are at the core, as spiritual beings. Forgotten our divine gifts, forgotten our own divine light. And we get wrapped in illusion. We get wrapped in things of the world. What didn't materialize? The pain, the hurt, the betrayals, all of that. Closing our heart, closing our connection with the divine source. Without hope. Without hope. Without hope. So when you begin to see the 1111, the divine creative forces are surging in through to awaken to your inner power, to awaken you to your own divinity, to help you to remember your magnificence, your tremendous capacity to create the dreams that you want, that you always wanted, but we got lost in the third dimensional reality. And we forgot that we're spiritual beings here. So it's awakening deep, deep powers within you. That's the first thing. And as I'm reflecting back over the 5 years, because it's, give or take about 5 years now, so much growth has taken place since I started to see that number. So much expansion, so much creativity, and a complete 180-degree turn from what I was doing to what I'm doing now. So 1111, I'll bring forth some of the concepts that I have understood through numerology, through being a tarot reader, and through my synthesis of different pieces of information. So this is Archana's understanding of it. So with no expertise in numerology or astrology, but I'm going to take a dab at it. So what I've experienced with that is, let's start with the number 0. The 0 being our primordial energy, all and nothing, the void, okay? Everything possible, life, death, all under that 0. We begin the journey with that. We move to the 1. You, new beginning, new creative force through you, okay? Very yang energy, masculine. 1 is also in tarot the energy of the magician. You as an individual, because now we have 4 1s, so I really want to talk about the 1 first. The 1 carries that vibration of new beginning through your individuality. Okay? Through you. Your creative forces. Through your thoughts, your desires, and your vision. I may have a similar thought, I may have a similar heart's desire as someone else, but how I manifest it and bring it is going to be very uniquely to me versus you. Right? So a creative expression is your individuality through that number 1. Through your own thoughts, through confidence, through self-worth, self-belief, and determination. You're creating something. So we have to remember that that's the energy of the 1. And the self-worth and the self-confidence is not derived because of one's personality. It's the confidence is coming in your spiritual connection, your divine connection. It's your divine connection. And with that, you move forward. Determination, will, confidence, ideas, and now I'm going to take action, yang energy. Now, the 4 1s carries very, very many energies, hidden energies in it. So it's a very, very strong code of awakening. And you have to understand why. So that was 0 and 1. Now let's go to 2. I'm giving short on 1, 2s because it's infused with something really big and important. 2, number for duality. There was me, Archana, and there's another person, another thought, another idea. Now there are 2. 2 will always represent duality, polarity. Polarity. Things exist in opposing forces. You've got the masculine, you've got the feminine, the light, the dark, the up, the down. So there will be differences of opinion, differences of belief, differences of ways of doing things, liking things. I may like a certain color, you may like another color. You may not like the way I talk, I may not like the way you talk, right? So you're going to recognize that it is through this dynamic of the 2, it's through this dynamic and interaction of the 2, we learn to harmonize 2 different energies. 2 different energies. Okay, so that makes it 11. Let's go down. So we're building on the 1 and the 1, so which becomes like a 2. So we're building on it. The number for duality. integrating, and it's a very yin energy. So 2 is the element, the feminine energy. 1 being the masculine, 2 being the feminine. Okay? Now, blending of the 2 different energies. Masculine energy, active principle within you. Male or female, doesn't matter. When I'm saying masculine, feminine, it's not gender specific. We're talking about energies. So I have my masculine energy and I have my feminine energy. As I'm standing in front of the camera, making the video, I'm doing the things, I'm using my yang element within me. I'm using my masculine energy. Now, my feminine energy was in receiving the guidances of what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. I'm just giving a very quick example of that. So that becomes the energy of 2. So you'll begin to recognize and see how your thoughts, your feelings are impacting the world around you, okay? And your interaction with others, their thoughts, fighting, conflicting, understanding, peace, harmony. Okay, so 11s can be quite unstable for this reason. The instability is not because of you being an individual, because there's a dynamic between 2 now. Okay, and then we're going to move into, it's not just 2 people in the world. Now we're moving into the energy of the 3. Okay, so the energy of the 3 is now that of expansion. Now we are multiplying. We are moving into a growth phase. More than 1 person, more than 2 people. So there's a growth and expansion. So the energy of 3 is, we are now expanding. When you are expanding, nurturing, growing something, there is that excitement, there is that joy, there is that enthusiasm. And I want to bring that part back to my example of when I actually started to see this, because I was really reflecting on what was my personal experience of what was actually going on, and I didn't really realize it at that time. I realize it now, right? As I reflect back on my life, on when I started to see it. So what I saw, I was supercharged. When I said I was supercharged, meaning I was in my element. I love that work. I love it. I am excited, so it doesn't seem like work to me. I mean, you could give me 2,000 hours worth of work on that one day and I'll do it because it makes me so happy. It's what I love doing. What I'm trying to, okay, I was exaggerating with that. What I'm trying to highlight is that when you're really loving and doing something, time really is, I mean, do you really know where the time has gone? You know, you're with your friends, you're enjoying and you're having a good time, and you say, I don't know where the time has gone. And let's move into something mundane, that even doing that one little mundane task can feel like an eternity, right? I'm not off on that, right? I know you guys get me on this. So I remember how excited, how enthusiastic, and how much energy I put into that project. And when that project came to fruition, with a ton of obstacles, with a ton of things not trying to go right, I had to shift a lot. But I'm telling you, the feeling was mind-blowing. It was, for me. It was just a mind-blowing feeling for me. Like, wow, that was awesome, Archana. That was a good job. It's when you put your heart and mind to something and it comes to realization right in front of your eyes. It's as beautiful as when mothers give birth, right? I'm a mother of 2, and I remember the birthing process being so challenging. I'm like, oh my God, this is so difficult. And when came that little tiny little baby and you're holding them, and all the past pain or the struggle or the obstacles just gone because you're looking at what you created. So what I'm highlighting with this is, during these times, as you're beginning to see that, try to look at what makes you feel happy. What is it that you feel really gives you joy? And as you pursue your dreams with joy and happiness, whatever you're going to create, you're breathing life into it. You're breathing life into matter. And that brings us to the fourth one. When you total up 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you get 4. 4 is the energy of manifestation. 4 corners, foundation. 4 corners, manifesting your thoughts, your dreams through the creative process, the birthing process, through joy, through optimism, through positive thinking, through connection with others, through expanding on that and solidifying. 1, 0, primordial energy, through my own willpower, my own dreams, my own thought forms, working with other people, expanding into that, solidifying. You see that process? That's what that energy is. So when the 1111s, and when we go back to that word of awaken to your destiny and live your destiny, why are we saying that? Why is it said that? It's because with this tremendous energy that's coming in, it's awakening your inner power, your creative forces, and your eyes are going to begin to recognize and see that when I have a situation in front of me, and it is a repeated pattern, and it is creating a lot of negative energy. I'm feeling not good and constricted. Now I have a choice in this moment. I can't change what is already manifested, but what I can change is my reaction towards what it is. Right? So taking charge of your mind, taking charge of your thoughts, to create and redirecting it towards what you want to create and where you want to take that. What you want to create and where do you want to take that. Redirecting your thoughts towards your dreams. So you'll have to speak up where you were not speaking up before. You'll have to forgive people from the past. I can't move forward in hope and enthusiasm and optimism when I am holding on to anger and my inability to forgive things that have taken place in the past. Because then I'm putting my energy in the past. So this again is a process. That's why I said the 1111s are very supercharged, super powerful. So it does tend to be a bit unstable. Unstable because you're trying to find that balance. You're trying to use your gifts that you have within your own core. You're trying to understand that part, integrate and see these other polar things that are around you. And how are you going to learn to accept the manifested reality and still be optimistic about things that are moving forward? Now that's kind of a bit challenging. It is not easy. Now, to look at things that are manifested outside and you're saying, oh, be hopeful and be all light and be all joyful and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. You have the power of your own energy. You have the power of your own thoughts. You have the power to how you're going to react to something that's come in from an external world. So together, when so many of us are awakening, our DNA is going through this power shift. Eventually, the entire consciousness around is going to be more in an awakened state. So we can anchor in this vibration where we are connected eternally. We always are connected eternally. Our recognition is important. Our recognition of our eternal connection to the divine source is what comes forth when you begin to see the 1111s. Lots of other shifts will take place in your life. Things that are not in resonance with you, where you're meant to go. That was your core plan at the beginning. You went off course. So the divine's coming in at this time and saying, okay, we need to remind you of your power, your creative powers, your ability to bring forth whatever you want, however you want. So the key is that when it's coming at you, it's just a welcome change. I'll be doing a meditation actually on this, meaning I'll record a meditation for the people on guiding you through the journey of when the awakening takes place. and that there will be trials and tribulations. You know, the hero's journey, as outlined by Joseph Campbell. When the 1111 is coming, it is that call to adventure. It's the beginning of your mythic journey. Are you ready to begin this adventure? Are you? You wanted this. You wanted this. You decided upon that way before you came on earth. You are ready. You are ready. And your destiny awaits you. Your destiny awaits you. 1111 is your code of awakening. Awaken to that infinite power, to that infinite creative force within you. You are that divine being, your divine spark, here, meant to experience in this physical reality, breathing your soul song, breathing life into matter. Awaken to your destiny, 1111. I send you love, I send you light, and I will talk to you soon. This is Archana here.